Americans traveling in and out of Newark Liberty International Airport are concerned after learning radar screens at the Philadelphia facility that controls the airspace north of us experienced a brief outage. The FAA says it happened around 4 o'clock this morning, and this comes after 2 outages just last week. Josh Einiger from our sister station WABC live for us now at Newark Liberty with more on what's happening there. A lot of concern, Josh.
Shari, it's a real mess. So at the base of the control tower at the Philadelphia International Airport is a windowless room where controllers manage the airspace just up the turnpike here at Newark. They're looking at Cold War era radar scopes. Each dot on the scope represents a plane. Well, early this morning, for the 3rd time in 2 weeks, all those dots just disappeared.
Delays mounted again at one of the nation's most important international hubs today. If only they could blame it all on the weather.
Our scopes just went black again. If you care about this, contact your airline and try to get some pressure for them to fix this stuff.
Sorry to hear about that. FedEx 19 switching. Good luck, guys.
For the 3rd time in 2 weeks, radars failed at a facility in Philadelphia where controllers manage the airspace in and around Newark Airport. They were unable to see where planes were in relation to one another, and it lasted for 90 seconds.
As someone that flies a lot, I try not to think about it because that's a really scary thought.
The so-called Philadelphia TRACON has been the center of controversy since the FAA forced controllers who handle Newark to move from a similar center on Long Island. It's their new digs, loaded with technology that was state-of-the-art in the 1970s, that have failed repeatedly, leaving controllers traumatized and taking leave, thus reducing the number of flights allowed to fly to Newark, a necessary safety restriction that's led to hours-long delays.
Oh my God, so yesterday I was supposed to fly from Columbus to Newark, straight 1-hour flight, got canceled. I started at 12:30 from my office. I got to LaGuardia at 10 p.m.
Governor, it's been almost 2 weeks since the Newark Airport incident.
Today, New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy ignored questions about the situation at his state's most important airport. Yesterday, U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy used Newark as Exhibit A in his multi-billion-dollar push to overhaul the entire nation's system.
You will see Newarks, not just in Newark, you'll see Newarks in other parts of the country because it's an aging system. And so we have to actually upgrade it.
But that coast-to-coast project will take years to complete. The White House stressing temporary fixes are already underway to strengthen the resiliency of the Philadelphia facility that's caused all this chaos.
The FAA are working to address this technical issue tonight to prevent further outages, as well as install new fiber from Newark Airport to Philadelphia. And the goal is to have the totality of this work done by the end of the summer.
So the biggest question people are asking is, are things safe to fly in and out of Newark? The government, the airlines, experts all say yes, and that's because they've basically throttled the number of flights they allow to come in here, much the way your cell phone company might if you go over your data limit. That allows them more space around planes in the event the system goes down again. Of course, the fewer flights they allow in here, the worse the delays, which means for the millions who rely on Newark for the summer travel season, it will continue to be a very bumpy ride. We're live at Newark Airport tonight. Josh Einiger, Channel 6 Action News. Rick?
All right, Josh, thank you for that report tonight.